Learn English through story. The Parable of the Trapped Falcon. In a small, secluded village nestled between rolling hills and dense forests, lived a man named Elias. Elias was known for his wisdom and fairness, and his neighbors often sought his counsel for their troubles. Despite his renown, Elias lived a simple life, tending to his modest farm and cherishing his family. One day, while walking through the forest, Elias came across a majestic falcon trapped in a hunter's net. The bird struggled, its powerful wings flapping desperately, but it only became more entangled. Moved by compassion, Elias carefully freed the falcon from the net. The bird, recognizing the kindness of its liberator, perched on Elias's shoulder for a moment before soaring back into the sky. Weeks later, the village faced a severe drought. The crops withered, and the villagers' hopes dwindled. The village's only well had run dry, and they were on the brink of despair. Elias, despite his own suffering, tried to offer words of encouragement, but the villagers' spirits were broken. They felt powerless against the relentless sun and the barren land. One evening, as Elias walked along the edge of the village, he noticed a peculiar sight. The falcon he had freed earlier now circled above him, its sharp eyes scanning the ground. Suddenly, the bird dove toward a spot in the forest. Intrigued, Elias followed the falcon and discovered an old, abandoned well hidden among the trees. The well, though neglected, was still full of water. With great effort, Elias cleared the debris and began to draw water. The villagers were overjoyed when Elias brought the water back to the village. They celebrated his discovery, and the crops began to thrive once again. They marveled at Elias's resourcefulness and the mysterious way in which the water had been found. Elias, however, kept the story of the falcon to himself, understanding that the true value of his actions lay not in the recognition but in the act of giving without expectation. As the years went by, the village continued to prosper, and Elias's reputation as a wise and selfless leader grew. One day, a young man from a neighboring village came to seek Elias's advice. He was troubled by his own misfortune, having lost his job and struggling to provide for his family. Elias listened patiently and then told the young man the story of the falcon. He spoke of how a small act of kindness had led to a greater benefit for many, and how sometimes, the help we receive comes from the most unexpected places. The young man was moved by the tale and left with a renewed sense of hope and purpose. Years later, the young man returned to Elias, now successful and content. He thanked Elias for his guidance and shared that he had found a way to help others in need. Inspired by the falcon's story, he had started a foundation to support those who were struggling, believing that, like the falcon, one's actions could ripple out to create a positive impact in the world. Elias smiled, content that his story had inspired change and that the wisdom he had shared had borne fruit. He knew that the true essence of wisdom lay not in the stories themselves but in the lessons they imparted and the ways they encouraged others to live more compassionately and selflessly. And so, the village thrived, not just from the well's water, but from the spirit of giving and understanding that had been nurtured by Elias's quiet, humble acts of kindness. The story of the falcon became a cherished lesson for generations, a reminder that even the smallest acts of compassion could lead to profound and far-reaching effects. In the end, Elias's legacy was not in the fame or accolades he might have received but in the ripple effect of his kindness, a reminder that the most enduring and meaningful contributions are often those that come from a place of genuine selflessness and a desire to help others. I hope you enjoyed the story. If you enjoyed, then please like and share this video, and don't forget to subscribe our YouTube channel. Thank you for watching.